Congratulations to Theo Epstein, the Cubs' new president. Fans, cut him some slack. They probably won't win it all the first year. And we go to Jack's in Lansing and talk to Bears fans who are having a good time because the Bears were doing some positive things against Tampa. And we'll flash back. You know that man, circa 1993. And we'll go back to some White Sox in a great year. And you know that man. All that this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Cobblestones Restaurant and Bar, 514 West Pershing, that's Pershing and Parnell, the place to go before, during, and after Sox games. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Open Sundays when the White Sox are home, and Friday night trivia when the Sox are on the road. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Be safe with Sureway Insurance Company, 3312 North Milwaukee. Call my friend Jean at 773-282-2022. She has the answers on your auto, home, business, life coverage, including SR22 coverage drivers. Call Sureway Insurance.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. Matt Forte was the key to the first drive. As you can see, Bears are up over Tampa 7-zip. The end of the first quarter, the unusual score of 7-2, and these folks are happy to be at Jack's. They enjoy Jack's. Tell us your name and what you like about Jack's.
I'm not going to tell you my name.
Okay. You can make up a name.
I'm all about Bears. Woo, go Bears. And we'll just say I'm Glitter Girl. This is my sister, not Glitter Girl. And I don't know, the best thing about Jack's is Kathleen, the bartender. And they have a hell of a beef sandwich. Go Bears.
Okay.
Go Bears.
Oh, you got kind of like a punky QB look there. Can you tell us your real or pretend name? And
I have no names. No names. But go Jacks and Kathleen rocks.
Okay. Do you have a favorite Bear by any chance?
I like them all. They all make good money.
So we're planning to hook up with them later and get married.
Well, good luck on that. But you got to get them back from London first.
Hey, everybody's got a dream. I will swim that sea to get there.
Any prediction on the end of this game?
Bears will win, of course. There's no other prediction. Go Bears.
All right. Well, a lot of positiveness with that 7-2 score. We'll see if it continues throughout the game. Second quarter action. Jay Cutler finds the invisible man, Roy Williams. Nobody thought to cover him because he never does anything except then. Fans of all ages enjoying the fine food here at Jack's. Let's find out what's going on at this table and start with their spokesperson. Tell us your name.
Rachel.
And Rachel, what are you enjoying food-wise today?
Omelets.
And how does it taste?
Good.
Just as I thought. And is it your first time here, or have you been here before?
It's my first time.
And to the audience in television land, would you tell them that they should come try the food here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those are very good comments. And let's find out who these folks around you are. Tell us your name and your thoughts.
My name's Jeff. I'm her dad. So bar is really nice. Bloody Mary's delicious. Just stopping in for the first time down here in Lansing, so it's a nice little establishment. Got going.
All right, let's go over here. Tell us your name and how you trained such a fine speaker at such a young age.
Hi, Diana. I am Rachel's mom, and came here again, like you said, first time, and love the place so far.
Okay. Well, I think you have a budding broadcaster there.
Hope so.
Something.
All right, I'll try to see if I can give you some shortcuts. It's a sometimes difficult business, but you're a very smart kid. So come here and enjoy food. You can bring the family. You can sit at the bar. You can sit at the tables. Whatever you like to do, that's available here at Jack's in Lansing on Ridge Road. Watch for Marion Barber. He busts up the gut and takes it to the house. It's 21-5 Bears. So we're at the end of three quarters. The Bears with a semi-comfortable 16-point lead. And we'll see what the folks think about it here at Jack's. My concern about this game, gentlemen, is that 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions makes it a tie. Tell everyone your name and if that concerns you.
My name is George Lewandowski, and there's no way it'll be tied. No way. No way. Done deal the way the Bears are playing.
You like a more impressed offensive or defensive?
The defense. Absolutely. They finally showed up after last week. So, yep. I think they'll do it. They'll be okay.
Okay. And tell everybody your name and what you've liked so far about the game.
Well, my name is John Malloy, and I think they're playing great defense. If they'd have done this against Green Bay, we would have had a better little game. But, maybe there's something with the jet lag. I don't know. But I think Bears have it pretty much wrapped up right now.
Now, the question is, do you think they'll be able to retain this momentum after the bye week next week?
Stop laughing.
Well,
John.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Maybe Lovey's got something up his sleeve.
Okay. Does this look like a playoff team to you?
They can't beat Green Bay and Detroit. They can forget about it. So
they got to beat at least one of them.
Absolutely. No, both.
Okay.
Absolutely.
There's 2 games left on the schedule. They got to win to make it.
Absolutely.
You agree, don't you?
I agree 100%.
All right. So they're happy but controlled happy. The work's cut out for them. But I know by the looks on their faces, they love Jack still, right?
Absolutely. Plus the wings.
The wings are great.
Only the remnants, only the bones are left. Yes, everybody has a crush on the bartender. And Danny, it's your time now. You can show the bartender. Tampa would cut it to 21-18 on this Josh Freeman touchdown pass, but the Bears added a field goal and a key DJ Moore pick to win it. Well, it caused a few more heart palpitations than we would have liked, but it was a W, and that's the important part. Jake's the manager here. Tell us your impressions of the game, Jake.
It was a very scary game. It looked like 21-5. The game was in the bag. The Bears were going to easily win.
What did I tell you then?
You told me that possibly that Tampa Bay would score a few more times to make it a little bit closer. I think something to that fact of a couple of touchdowns and 2-point conversion, something to that fact. So that was a little bit scarier than I thought, but it was still a good victory. DJ Moore to come up with the game clincher right there at the end to seal the deal. So very, very good all in all.
Yes. They go to the bye week with the win under their belt and a plus 500 record. I guess the only negative, if I could, then I'm not searching for one, but after scoring touchdowns the way they were throughout the game, in the fourth quarter they seemed to kind of go a little conservative.
Yeah, they did a little bit, and that kind of concerns me a little bit. The Bears have a tendency to do that. As I told you, you asked me if I was nervous, and I said they are the Chicago Bears, and they have a tendency to, when they're winning, to kind of do that. And I always feel like you've been winning the whole game for a reason. You have to continue to attack. You have to continue to put up points. And it seemed like even towards the end there, they really could have used that touchdown instead of kicking the field goal. In my opinion, would have made it a lot better. But they're 4-3. I predicted they would be at this point. So we'll see what happens after the bye week.
You can't do more than win a game that you play. So with that in mind, and some happy customers here at Jack's, people loving the food, people of all ages loving the food, come down here. I will be back here on Tuesday, November 1st for trivia, and then I'll be back 2 more times in November and 2 more times in December with the video, me and Dan and the crew. So on behalf of everybody here at Jack's, thanks for watching this segment, and we'll be back with more on the Spotlight, maybe one of those classy flashbacks right after these important messages. Since 1955, Rosangela's Pizza has been there for you at 95th and California, across from Little Company Mary Hospital. You can call them at 708-422-2041. Everything homemade, including the sauce. Great beef and meatball sandwiches, pasta, chicken, seafood, desserts. Dine in for lunch and dinner. Rosangela's, 95th and California. It's always the season for Riley's Trick Shop at 6442 West 111th in Worth. Or you can call them at 708-448-0075. Right now they have football strip cards, a wide selection of Halloween costumes and tricks and treats. And then for later in the year, Santa suits. So for all your needs, especially Halloween, Riley's Trick Shop on 111th Street. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight, conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. You've got to call Vince's Towing. If you need road service, flatbed service, or you want the highest price paid to you for a junk car, call 773-581-7647. They did a great job for me, and they'll do it for you. Call Vince's Towing, 773-581-7647. But it's time to talk Bulls. And it is time to talk Bulls because I am a little bit more eager about speaking about them, not from the standpoint that doomsayers are saying they couldn't beat the Knicks again. But when you analyze that series, a couple of the games were tainted. Michael Jordan was injured in one of the losses, that is, and didn't play in another. So before we get too bent out of shape about the Knicks and their alleged power, just remember those key facts. Now let's take you back to a game that the Bulls played against Detroit, one that, to me, marked the end of an era for the Pistons. Scotty's willingness to take the ball to the hole was seen as a positive in the early going, and Horace Grant, defensively, always a solid man. Michael in the half-court offense was excelling, and BJ, the NBA's top, most accurate three-point man, at it again. When John Paxson started to hit in the second half, you knew things were in control, and Stacey King off the bench was also doing very well, but still, Detroit forced overtime. The Pistons relying on their wily veterans, like Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars down the stretch, who were overmatched by Michael Jordan, who took over when it counted. Scottie Pippen was brilliant, but did not score in the fourth quarter and did not score in overtime. Michael Jordan. So the Bulls wrap it up, saying goodnight to the Pistons and truly ending an era of the Pistons' intimidation in the NBA. But there's one more era to end. Scotty, this is essentially the end of the era for the Pistons. How do you feel about being the administrator of it?
I won't exactly say that. I mean, they sent us in overtime tonight. We've definitely pretty much got their number right now, and we feel very confident that we can beat them. But they're still a good ball club, and they're struggling this season.
Scotty, do you look at tomorrow?
Flamboyant, ho.
Scotty, you also face
That was a reference to Scotty's pants. Valerie, let's get a shot of those pants that Michael Jordan was admiring so much. Looks like kind of a cowboy / Iowa Hawkeye thing. I'm not sure. Well, let's go see what Michael's wearing.
We never thought they would give up. I mean, that's their nature, is to always play hard and make a contribution and make it tough for us. We botched up a few plays down the stretch. They capitalized. Next thing you know, we're in a dogfight. But we never underestimated this team. This team's always been dangerous to us.
You commented on ending the era for the Pistons, knocking them out essentially, and really a team that'll never be the same.
Well, things go around in a circle, and they used to knock us off and bring headaches to us, and now it seems like it's turned a little bit, and they're on their downfall, and we're the team that everyone's after right now. So it has changed, and I tell you, it's a better feeling now than what it used to be. But they know that they have a rebuilding process to go through, and from our standpoint, we shouldn't worry about them. More or less worry about ourselves.
Some great players that's played in this league, like George Gervin, has never been on championship teams, but been a great player. And Dr. J only has one NBA championship. I mean, he's one of the best of all time. So I think it's the team that you have to put together. And this is my best opportunity. I'm playing with a bunch of great basketball players, and a bunch of great guys.
Trent, as you've gone into playoffs before, compare where this team is at preparation-wise, skill-wise, compared to some other teams in the final games prior to the playoffs.
This team here, skill-wise, is at the top of its game. I mean, this is the defending champion, and when you're the defending champion, you know what it takes to get there. And so teams are trying to knock us off the top, and we've got to try to hold our turf.
Would you say that as you prepare in the final week before the actual playoffs begin, would you say there's any single nuance of play that the Bulls will be wanting to fine-tune?
Well, you got to execute your offense better, and your defense has got to step up a notch. You got to become more aggressive at the defensive end, and you got to make teams earn their baskets. Now, you can't give up easy baskets, and you can't turn the ball over.
Half-court offense seems to be focused, at least in the East, at least in the early going. And how do you feel that the Bulls are playing in the half-court offense?
When you got two great players like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, that's your half-court offense.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Cobblestones is a great bar on Pershing with great food at Parnell. In fact, they're one of the top 100 bars in the city, according to Chicago Magazine. Great pastas, salads, soups, and the great sandwich is the muffalata. So check it out. Great place to go when the White Sox play. I have trivia on Fridays when the White Sox aren't at home. So get to Cobblestones on 39th, and you'll be very glad you did. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years, excellence, top billiard tables, the place where the action is, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. We're back in the spotlight and, of course, in the White Sox locker room, and we're talking to Joey Cora, who has really been a key to the White Sox lineup so far this year, and defensively as well. I think when we talk about some things that have happened to you this year, a lot of people think of that great stab and that throw to the plate on the run. That's got to be one of your personal highlights so far, huh?
No, it was, I mean, the whole play that made it Keuchel and Ozzie made the whole play. Ozzie was the one who told me to throw home plate, but I think the best play this year has been, I think it was Lance Johnson play, robbing Brady Anderson over the wall in Baltimore, the first at bat right away. He kind of set up the tone for the game, and it was a tough ball game, and we won that game. So, you wanna win ball games, you got to play pretty good defense, you got to pitch well, and hopefully you got base hit here, base hit there, and score a few runs, and you win a few games.
For a guy who got his major league start probably roughly 5 years ago back in the Padres organization, you've been pretty patient, kind of waiting for an opportunity like this, but you very much seem to be capitalizing on this one.
Well, and it's nice to be around players like Frank Thomas, Ventura, Ozzie, Lance, Berg, so all them superstars, and you kind of slide behind them and hide behind them and try to do the thing, but so since we got a pretty big time team here, and all you have to do is just keep being on yourself, try to do the best you can, and hopefully help the team in the little things like moving runners over, play pretty good defense, and bond and get on base a little bit for the big guys. So you don't have to do a lot. I don't have to be the star team or nothing like that. So I just try to do my thing, and hopefully the big guys come around and we win a few games.
It's certainly a good mental approach, but as far as what you need to contribute, you've been on base a lot, getting key hits, and playing good defense. And I'm just wondering, what were you thinking during the times when you weren't seeing as much action? I mean, must have been a little frustrating at times.
Maybe always been my job being on the bench and play once in a while. So I kind of was adjusting to that. I've been adjusted to that. This kind of surprised me now that I've been playing a little bit more. So this might be tougher than being on the bench and play every once in a while. So I was adjusting well to my role. I know my role. It didn't bother me since I was kind of happy what I was doing, and they let me know in hand before I was going to play, if I was going to play the next day or so. So I was pretty happy. As long as the team was winning, I didn't care. I tried to do my thing whenever I was in there, and that was it.
It seems this year they're making a big push to speed up the games. What effect does that have on you as far as being ready in the field and being ready to turn some double plays?
Well, the double play, I think when you try to make a double play, it helps that you got a Ventura, you got a Ozzie, and throwing the ball to you. They give you such nice feeds that you don't have to do much with the ball. So it's easier when you play with those types of guys. And as far as speeding up the game, it's good, especially in this kind of weather. You don't want to be out there too long, and you just want to win the game and get out of here as soon as you can and go home and put the heater on and try to sleep.
To wrap up, we see maybe an unlikely team, the Angels, out to a quick start in your division. When there's been some powerhouses in the past, Twins with a couple World Series, Oakland always competitive, Texas a big lineup. How do you see this thing shaping up, and how surprised are you that California would be out and running?
They got a pretty good ball club. They got JT Snow. If you're gonna pick an MVP right now, it's got to be him. He's been all world, I guess, and they always had the pitching. They always have Lanston. They always have Finley. All they needed was a little run support, and they've been getting it. So. They're going to be out there. I think the whole division is tough, but if we hang in there pretty good and we're close, and when Team Rains come back, we're going to be stronger, and hopefully we take over after that.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Grade of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Lanigan's Irish Pub is the place to be at 3119 West 111th Street, right by Kedzie. Live music on Sunday with Fast Eddie. Drink specials daily, including $1.50 domestic bottles on Thursday, $3 Guinness on Tuesday. Call for karaoke information on Friday. Party room, too. All that available at Lanigan's Irish Pub, 3119 West 111th Street on the beautiful south side of Chicago. Get there, Lanigan's Irish Pub. Get to the Beverly Coffee Shop at 2734 West 111th Street. Open at 6 a.m. daily with, of course, fresh coffee, many teas, breakfast, lunch, bagels, muffins, and more. Sandwiches, soups, and pizza bagels. They even have juice and Red Bull. Call ahead for your order, 773-429-9650. That's the Beverly Coffee Shop. We're back at Jack's in Lansing, and here's a trivia game in progress. Over. A trivia. The baseball's 200, and the Beatles is 160. Correct. He won American League MVP 3 times in the 30s. Name this Hall of Famer who's in the 500 home run club. Five seconds. Going. Mickey Mantle started in 51, but don't let that derisive laughter deter you, because it's not a bad try. We go to Poop. Jimmy Fox, the double X is correct, and Poop to 860. And the lead. All right, now we still have some... Oh, poor husband's got to defend himself somehow. Man, do you just drop somebody over a trivia game? All the years and the pain and everything? Holy cow. I'm put off myself. All right, well, I'll change my questions in the second half. How about that? See if I can get you back together. Are we rolling on any of this? This is earth-shaking stuff. I'll be the next Dr. Phil. Trivia therapy. All right, Smarty Pints. I assume you want the Beatles. Here you go. It's ladies only, roll the ball. For 160. It's a Smarty Pints lady against a brown chicken, brown cow lady. Closest to the back. That's all the time we have on this week's show. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.